there's this idea I have about a metaphor with triggers and people being triggered by something you've done, something that's going on, and it's first of all quite literal. And the idea is, if I'm in a relationship with someone, and it's someone that I love and I value, and they're a partner of mine, and they're triggered by something I've done, then typically my first reaction is defensiveness. It's what have I done? What happened? And that makes me a bigger target. And if I think about really kind of where this trigger comes from, if I think about I don't know what rules and what you're allowed to say anymore, but if I think about where the idea of where a trigger comes from, the safest place in the world for me to be when someone is triggered is behind them. And that way I can look down their sight line, and I can then get out of my perspective and I can see what they're seeing. And I can look, oh, okay, that's what you're seeing. That's why that would hurt you. Typically, if someone's being triggered by something I've done, I go to this defensive posture, this denial, this distraction, and I just make myself a bigger target, right? I make myself more capable of being hit. What if I dropped the defensiveness? What if I left this idea that I have to be right? Perhaps this is a partner of mine that I love. And if I truly love someone, then me being right means that they're going to be wrong. And that's a net loss. And so I leave me and I come around and I join them, and I see their sight line. I see their perspective. I stand in their shoes. And I say, oh, that's what's upsetting. That's what's bothering you. And I can find common ground. I can say, oh, of course. And I can allow myself to be vulnerable and to be open in that moment. Because if someone is triggered, typically it comes out as perhaps anger, but they're going to be afraid. They're going to be hurt. And then what am I doing in reaction to that? Am I going to meet that with anger, with rejection, with counter accusations? Or can I meet that with love and support and patience and understanding? Now we have the difference between the healthy versus the unhealthy relationship. Without knowing it, for so much of my life, I walked into conversations in my relationships with a shield and a sword. And it was all about defending and attacking. And I loved my wife with everything I have, with everything I am. I still do. She's my best friend in the whole world. But even her, there were parts of me I would not let her see, because there were parts of me I would not let me see. And so I had to defend those parts. And when I felt that she was coming at them, I attacked. And what a waste. What a waste. Because vulnerability, presentness, the ability to just be and exist with someone in their pain and not be right. Who cares about being right if it's someone you love? But if you find yourself in a situation where you're someone you truly love, and I'm not talking about a toxic relationship and gaslighting and all that, I'm talking about true love. You find that you're being triggered, and maybe it's a wound you caused. You can't heal that wound, and that's painful. Man, is that painful. That you can't heal the wound that you caused. But you can be with them while they heal. You can sit with them, be present while they heal, and hopefully get better together. Hopefully.